Did you know that 20 million deaths resulted from European leaders' mistaken judgments and, well, rigid thinking in just 31 days back in August 1914?
It's staggering. This catastrophic escalation, which Pulitzer Prize winner Barbara Tuchman details so brilliantly in The Guns of August, it offers some truly timeless, terrifying lessons in leadership.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Here are some of the most game-changing insights from the Guns of August, practical wisdom that really could transform how you think and act. So first off, just think about that scale. 31 days.
Just 1 month.
Yeah, 1 month of bad decisions, mostly driven by overconfidence and these incredibly rigid military plans, led to 20 million deaths and basically shaped the entire 20th century.
Tuchman shows how these leaders, they turned a regional crisis, something maybe containable, into this massive great war that politically nobody really wanted.
The lesson seems to be that small miscalculations, especially when they're sort of baked into inflexible systems, they just compound immediately. Massive, irreversible consequences.
Right. As the book puts it, the failures of the first month determined the future course of the war. It was almost set in stone that quickly.
And these are the exact miscalculations presidents, still study today to try and avoid nuclear war. So that's the first big takeaway.
Number 2 is maybe even more mind-boggling. The sheer strategic blindness involved. Germany's master plan for the war, the Schlieffen Plan.
The one that involved invading Belgium, right?
Exactly. Predicated on a swift, crushing strike through neutral Belgium to knock out France quickly.
And this wasn't some big secret. French newspapers actually wrote about the likely path of the Schlieffen Plan.
That's the astonishing part. It was widely discussed, yet France's own war plan, Plan Next 7th, it completely ignored this known threat.
So they just banked on their own thing.
They focused entirely on a direct, head-on offensive into Alsace-Lorraine, ignoring the massive, obvious flanking maneuver everyone knew Germany was contemplating.
Wow, that's strategic blindness in action.
It really is. It shows how the most obvious threats, the ones people are actually talking about, can be the easiest to ignore if they don't fit your preferred narrative or plan.
So a lesson for you listening might be, what are those known high-probability risks in your own work or life that maybe you're overlooking because dealing with them feels inconvenient or they don't fit your plan? This is Mindful Moments, our YouTube channel offering AI book analysis, summaries, and critiques, inspiring reflection and rational thought. Okay, insight number 3. The historical relevance. This isn't just old history. Think about this transformation. President John F. Kennedy actually credited reading The Guns of August.
This very book we're talking about.
Yes, he credited it with helping prevent nuclear war during the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962.
And you can see why. Kennedy apparently referenced Tuchman's lessons over and over again during those 13 days, especially about military escalation, how things can spiral out of political control.
So what was the specific lesson there?
He kept citing the pattern Tuchman identified. Once combat starts, political leaders face enormous pressure, from generals, from the public, just to keep going until victory, no matter the cost.
Don't back down, basically.
Right. Tuchman showed him that resisting that immediate, accelerating pressure, the constant push from some military advisors to just strike first, was the key to finding a different path, to survival, really.
So understanding historical patterns can literally save the world by teaching restraint. Powerful stuff.
Okay, number 4. This one sounds almost unbelievable. Are you ready for this?
Lay it on me.
A completely imaginary Russian army influenced the strategic decisions of 3 different countries and actually changed the course of World War I.
Wait, imaginary? How does that even happen? An entire army?
It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But rumors started swirling about maybe 70,000 Russian troops secretly crossing Britain by train to reinforce the French on the Western Front.
Okay, surely that was checked. Verified.
Well, no. It spread like wildfire, word of mouth, snippets in papers, unverified reports, and it became so believable that leaders and military planners in Britain, France, and even Germany started making actual strategic decisions based on these phantom soldiers.
So generals were moving real troops based on ghosts.
Essentially, yes. It influenced British deployment decisions, French expectations, and German anxieties about forces on their flank.
Wow. Okay, so the insight there is about misinformation, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It raises a critical question. How does misinformation, especially in wartime or high-stress situations, become more powerful, more influential than actual verifiable reality?
That feels incredibly relevant today with modern information warfare.
It's the same principle, amplified. This lesson applies directly.
We've really only scratched the surface with these insights. To get the full picture, start with our 5-minute viral moments, then dive into the in-depth analysis. Next, the summary, ending with the comprehensive critique. Discover genre-based book podcasts at Mindful Moments. Subscribe and nourish your mind on the go.